In today's market, you can make the uncertain certain because it's never about if it's the right time, it's always about when is the right time. Whether you're selling a home or buying a home, you need the knowledge agent to communicate the information that helps you make the right decision now. Welcome to the Market Madness with the closer, Walter Davis. Hey guys, I'm glad to be with you today. My name is Walter Davis, known as the closer here, and we're talking Market Madness today. And today's topic, we really want to talk about those first-time home buyers and what the next steps are, or really what the first step is in purchasing your new home. I'm going to leave you with 3 points today. Those 3 points are going to go through income, they're going to go through debt, and they're going to go through credit on a smaller scale, but they're going to go through the main points. And if you have more questions, you can always reach out to me or email me and we can talk about it. Call me or email me and we can talk about it a little bit more detail. First thing I want to talk about is let's talk about income. I always say that it's not about if you can buy a house, it's more about when you can buy a house. And when I make that statement, a lot of times that's primarily about income, okay? Income plays a large role in how you're going to get finance from the bank. They're going to look and say, okay, how much money do you make? And that money is one of the three factors in what they do to decide how much you can get pre-approved for. Now, a lot of people, they go on the internet and they start looking at homes and they're like, I like this house, not like this house. Or they watched HGTV a couple times and they like this house. The reality of it is it's not like that on TV. You know, real life looking for a home is not the same as it is on TV. TV's made for viewers to shorten that time, okay? The reason why I say that is because of this. Your income determines, it's kind of like shopping at a grocery store. If I go to the grocery store and I got to get groceries and I only have $150 for groceries for the next 2, 3 weeks, right? That means I can't spend $250. Even if I want to, I can't spend $250. So I have to budget my purchase based off the $150 that are in my grocery income that I have budgeted set aside. The same thing happens with a house, okay? If I make X amount of dollars, it's only going to allow me to qualify for X amount of dollars in regards to a purchase, okay? But that's only one factor. The second factor that we talk about is debt, because income and debt go hand in hand. So let's take a quick moment on that. Let's say I'm making X amount of dollars, but I have double the amount of debt that I make. So I make $1,000, but I pay out $1,500 a month. Okay, debt plays a huge role because that can eliminate you from buying a home or being able to qualify for a home. Okay, now there's some tricks to debt and there's some tricks to how we use our money, because in the big scale of things, many people out there just haven't been trained on how to use their income instead of budget, where they can maximize their money but at the same time not overspend. You know, maybe I don't need 20 cups of coffee at Starbucks. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't need the brand new Chevy Tahoe that I'm gonna pay $1,000 a month. Maybe I just need to go get me a vehicle that's gonna get me around. Because I'm gonna tell you, when we wrap this up, I'm gonna tell you some quick things in my summary that will benefit you once you buy a house. The third thing as I said, we were gonna talk about was credit. Credit is probably the first and most impactful thing that everybody looks at first anyway. You know, you look on, a lot of you guys have Credit Karma, or you have something with a credit card that shows you what your credit scores are. First off, I'm going to tell you those scores are not 100% accurate. You know, we do this every single day here. I do this with my lenders. Those scores are usually 20 to 25 points off. And usually it's to the negative. So if it says 620, you're probably at a 600. If it says 560, you're probably at a 540 or a 530. Okay. The reason why I point that out is because one, you have three scores. You have three FICO scores, and they come from three credit depositories, one being Experian, the other being TransUnion, the other being Equifax. And it's important that if we're thinking about going on that journey to buy our home, that we start by knowing where we are in regards to our credit. And we do that from day one. The moment you come in and sit with my team, we sit with you, we talk about your finances, and we go through your credit so that we understand where you are and what you're capable of qualifying for. But you can start this early as you start to look at your, because I believe that it's important that if you're thinking about buying a home in 2021, you want to start this process at least in July at the latest of 2020. You want to give yourself 6 months, because in the case that you have some discrepancies on your credit, or maybe you have a couple lates and things of that nature, you can work those out. We can figure out how to get that removed from your credit if it's incorrect, or more importantly, we can show a pattern of you paying things on time, which is the most important thing when you're asking a lender to give you a $200,000, $300,000 loan. Okay. I know we're running a little long here at the 6 minutes, but I want to talk. I just want to get in a little more detail, because it's really important for you guys to know out there that anybody that wants to own a house can. Anybody that wants to buy a house, they can. There's going to be a little bit of discipline, and there's going to be some things you have to know the steps in order to do to get to your final point. I give you a great example today. I had a client that I've been working with for 3 years. We started the process. I met him in a builder. We went through the process. We talked about real estate. We talked about what their goals were. And just like anyone, their life happened. Okay. And they had some, just like all of us, had some credit and some debt and some different aspects of their life. And what I told them was, it's good that you're starting now, because the most important aspect of this is you're starting early, so we can help you get all that resolved by the time it's time to buy your home. And sure enough, they just closed on their home within the last week, which is phenomenal. We're very excited for them. They deserve it. They did a lot of hard work. But if it's like what I said a little bit ago, anybody can buy a home. It just takes a little bit of work, and you got to have someone that's going to go with you hand in hand throughout this process. So I talked through a couple things, and really I want you to focus in. I'm going to break down those three aspects even in more detail in some videos down the road here. Subscribe, take a look at us, leave me some notes, send me an email, feel free to call me. I'd love to talk to you if you have some aspects of your personal situation that you'd like to talk about. But the key to this is starting early enough. The 3 points I'm going to make again that's most important, and what I want to leave you with is there's 3 strategies or 3 tactics basically in order to even take the first step. It's understanding where your finances is. It's knowing where your debt is and understanding where you spend money. And lastly, understanding your true credit score and what's on your credit, so that we can then assess where we need to go when we go to step 2. I'm glad that I got a chance to talk with you guys today. Feel free to come back whenever. I love seeing you guys out here. This is March Madness with The Closer, and my job is to close homes for you. So, like I said, right after this, you'll have my information. Feel free to subscribe. And also, most importantly, feel free to reach out to me and my team. We'd love to service you and help you get to your dream of ownership. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.